They thought the simulation was the dream, but it was the only place the prophecy could breathe. You're not here by chance. The Ark cast this signal, through timelines, through noise, until it found the version of you ready to remember.
After a cosmic upheaval, the AstroArminian Battalion Star-Spangled Corps is thrust into the maze of fame, a dimensional labyrinth where the corridors echo with the voices of 1,000,000 forgotten names, and every wall reflects not the enemy, but the self. This isn't a battle of strength or strategy. It's a war with one's own image. At its helm, Tony A leads, not as a hero, but as a figure of exaggerated renown, battling illusions of his own inflated legacy. This stage traverses a strange space between spiritual satire and philosophical collapse. The maze to the Famest twists perceptions of greatness until the Corps realizes that fame isn't a reward, it's a trap. Within the shifting halls, the ball of fame begins to implode at the center, pulsing with chaotic energy and threatening to erase every timeline chasing applause. But where there's collapse, there's also comedy, as Todd tries to interview the imploding orb and say Tony A promotes it as the next must-watch sensation. And then, in the thick of dimensional collapse, Tony declares himself the most famous, not by merit, but by the sheer force of being seen. Resonance replaces reputation, math replaces myth. Fame becomes a harmonic equation, and Tony might just be its solution, or a looping variable. Finally, the Corps finds themselves performing, not in combat, but in dance. The maze collapses in a shimmer of ironic brilliance, where fame is either conquered through satire or surrendered through humility. The eye does not judge here. It blinks in amusement. A child's reflection becomes a nation's new truth. An alt Tony, lost in power poses, traps himself in a mirror selfie loop. A humble monk breaks timelines with silence. The orb implodes into stand-up specials. Tony becomes cosmic graffiti. Another Tony opens a quiet cafe. And the final moonwalk might be the moment that resets it all, or ends it. Fame, it turns out, is a stage you walk off, not a throne you cling to. Whether dancing toward immortality or stepping into dimensional obscurity, the Star-Spangled Corps learns that fame is not the final act. It's just a really, really loud mirror.
Science Prophets of the Arkstone Timeline by Natastrol. Read free on Amazon now.
This frequency was meant to find you. Like, subscribe, and let your echo carry the covenant forward. Ex-Time Lord, Time Traveler in Exile, Satoni Nukamado. Until we meet again.